Alright, this is the Rofis R1 900 lumen headlamp slash pocket lamp slash waterproof, whatever you need it for, lamp. What you get with it is it comes with the light, it comes with a clip that can be put on either way. It comes with a charger, this magnetic, and power indicator and charging status light. It comes with a wrist strap lanyard, and it comes with two O-rings. Two extra O-rings to, if you go to taking the battery in and out, it's got an O-ring in there. Help keep it waterproof. And the head strap. So you can take that clip off or leave the clip on and put it in this, and then you got a headlamp on your head. Because this light bends at the head, or it rotates, and you go from standard everyday carry light to a 90-degree light, which is neat. So let's get into what I like about this light. Alright, so I like that this light has the magnetic charger. I think everybody should come away from those USB chargers and go to this, because now I want it to be waterproof, right? And if I don't have one of these magnetic chargers, then it's not truly waterproof, because those little rubber cap hole things that cover on all those other flashlights, like this thing, they're no longer waterproof to me. I mean, if you do it properly, but I don't want to have to spend so much time making sure that I plug this in the hole every time I use it just to make sure it's waterproof. I want to be able to yank my light up and go. And with this one, in the mornings while I'm getting ready, if I'm running late, I can just pick it up off the counter and run off directly outside into the rain, and I know that this thing is still waterproof. And I don't have to stop and make sure that it's been properly stopped up. And with this light, I don't want this to be magnetic, because where I work, sometimes I get metal shavings on what I do, and so with this one, there's no magnetic. This is not magnetic. So like with a comparable light, they have a magnetic tail stand, or a magnetic tail on this, and so it will stick to metal. And so if I go and drill a hole in some metal and I get those shavings on there, I worry about it making contact, and I worry about it getting caught up in the charger when I come home. Rofis did this. They took care of that problem. This is not magnetic, so that's good for them. Only the charger is magnetic. So it sticks on. I can take it off. It charges. It's got a charging indicator. That's great. Also, the head on this thing, it twists, and it stays in place when you twist it. I mean, it's stiff. There's no play in this. So I can take it and I could shake it and I can drop it and I can sit it down and I could bump it, and the head doesn't turn. It's stiff. I like that. So now I've got a light that I can use this way and I can clip it onto a hat, or it is magnetic on the end of the light, so I can clip it to another piece of metal, and it will hold itself up when I do it properly. But it doesn't have magnetic on the charger, which I like. The clip on it is good. It is removable, and it does come with a head strap. I don't prefer these because I wear a hard hat sometimes, and this is, I don't like putting these on a hard hat. So the clip does good for me. I just clip it on, and I can point it at any angle, or I can lay it down, or I can stick it to the magnet on the wall or metal or whatever, and it does exactly what I need it to do. What I don't like about this light is the type of beam it offers. So we have a comparable light here, the S1R. It's rechargeable. They both offer the same number of lumens. So the only thing I don't really like about this light is the beam. For me, if I'm going to wear a lamp on my head, I don't want it focused on one little piece. I need to be able to see the whole area I'm working at. So for just me, I need more of a flood. So for a comparable light, I think both of these lights are really high quality and everything, but the R1 offers a tighter beam. So if we go, the R runs on the right, the baton, the Olight S1R baton is on the left, and they both offer 900 lumens. So you got 900 lumens there. And you can see there's a gigantic spill on this thing. So the spill comes all the way down here, and there's a tight spot right in the middle. And there's a huge, there's a huge spill. You can see how close I'm holding it. There's touching. I come off the wall. I mean, that's a huge spill with a tight spot in it. And then the O light, right? It doesn't really have a lot of spill. I mean, it just has one hotspot focus beam and then just a little bitty bit of spill around it. And for me, I like that just because it's a flood. See, I'm now illuminating that whole circle, and it's not blinding in that circle. It's all uniform. But if I go to the brightest level, the 900 lumens, and we compare the two, so these are each offering 900 lumens right now, right? This one's a flood, but this one has that huge spill that goes all the way out. You can see that spill, it comes all the way out to here, versus the O-Light, it has just a huge steady hot spot right in the middle, and there's no huge flood all the way out here. So you got to consider what you're going to be using this headlamp for. If you want to look directly at something and then look off in the distance a bit, like maybe the front end of a truck or something, when you're at the back, this one will provide the light that distance. This one's not going to do that so much. I mean, you'll see, but this one's more for me, what I use. So like if I'm standing up and looking at the ground, you get that kind of hot spot in front of you, versus the R1 has that steady hot spot. And to me, I just like the color of O-Light better. They just have a different color. You can see, it's, I mean, they're the same lumens, but that hot spot and that color is different. All right, it's just, and I prefer the O-Light. But then you got to consider this one. Its head turns, and O-Light doesn't offer that in a light this size, but Rofis does. So now I've got this light here that has a head that turns on it. But other than that, they're really similar. I mean really similar. Most of everything is the same as about it. They both have a lockout. They both have a charger. They both have a charger indicator. They both have different modes. But this is about the R1. The R1, I like that charger. I like that magnetic. I like that it still has a magnetic base. I like the clip. I like the headband on it. I just don't like the beam that comes off of this light. It's more of a focused beam, and that's not what I use a headlamp for. Somebody else may prefer that. So if you like a more focused head beam than what is offered by O-Light, this is the light for you, because it offers a bit more focused. So I mean, it's a quality build. It's a good light, and I like it. But I'm probably not going to give up a O-Light to replace an everyday carry light that I'll clip on my head. I'll probably stick with an H2R Nova just because I need more runtime than this little light can offer. Okay, on the Rofis R1, you get the following runtimes. It does turbo, and what I like about Rofis now, a lot of manufacturers are not doing this, but Rofis and O-Light will put the top lumens and how long it lasts. So you can see this starts out at 900 on turbo, but only for 30 seconds. And then you get 65 minutes of 300 lumens, which I like that, because if you're going to sell me a light, I need to know what it's going to do, and I need to know when it's going to go down, and they actually put the effort into checking that out and telling you when it's going to go down due to heat. But there's your run times. Here's some of your more specs on this thing. And I really like that this one goes down to 0.5 lumens. There's some that the lowest, the Moonlight Mode, is like 15 lumens. It's too much for me. It's too bright. It kills your night vision. I really like this one. And it comes with the battery and the headband and the USB charging cable. Alright, so this comes with a USB charger. One end is USB, the other end is a magnet that sticks onto your light, and I really like that because anytime there's like a micro USB hole, and then you got to stuff a rubber cap in it every time you walk away from it or take it away from the counter to make it waterproof. So that means every time the waterproofness of the light is based on how well I remove it from the charger and plug up the hole. And I just don't like that. I want to pick up a light and run with it. I want to know it's IPX8, no matter how I interfere with the light. I don't think charging it should be able to reduce the waterproof rating. But anyway, you got a charger indicator on this. It is red while it's charging. It turns green while it's when it's completely charged. And then that light also will let you know when you're running low. And then also, every time you put the battery in, it's going to blink and tell you what the voltage is on your battery. It'll when you run that in, it'll be green when it's above a certain percent, and once it's below a certain percent, it will tell you it will light up red, and then you'll know it's below a certain percentage. But with this type of charger, I don't see why you can't just throw it on the charger every time you get home. And if you're somewhere where you don't have access to the charger like that, then you just carry another battery. And then that's good that it tells you when it's going to run low. So it does come with a battery. When you get this light, it's going to have a 16340 battery that comes with it. And it's a 700 milliamp battery made by Rofis. So there's the battery, the specs on it. Alright, so you got a few modes here on this light. If you are in the off position, and you turn it, hold down the switch, it's going to turn on to Moonlight Mode. So you get a half a lumen. And if you hold it down again, it'll cycle through the mode. So there you are at 10 lumens for 40 hours. And then if you hold it again, you get 60 lumens for 7.5 hours. And then the next one is 300 lumens at 70 minutes. And then if you hold it down again, it goes back down to low, which is 10 lumens. If you want to get to turbo, you need to turn it off. You double click. That's the 900 lumens that you get for half a minute, 30 seconds. And after 30 seconds, it'll go down to 300 lumens. This light does have memory, so if I turn it on and then go to the middle setting and turn it off, it's going to come back on the middle setting every time. And you can get to instant access turbo by double clicking. You got turbo. When you turn it off and when you turn it back on, it's back in the middle mode. After you're in turbo, so if you double click, you get turbo. You can double click again. You can triple click and get to strobe. And then if you hold it after you're in strobe, it will turn on SOS. So you're off, you turn it on, triple click gets you strobe, holding it gets you SOS. And neither one of those modes have memory. If you turn those off and on and then back on, you're going to end up in the middle mode, whatever mode you were in last, that is not a special mode. So turbo, strobe, SOS does not have memory. Alright, so there it is, the R1 Rofis. I appreciate you guys looking at my videos, and I hope you guys continue to look at the videos I offer and subscribe, and I'll keep them going as I get more equipment.